self-control.
Darren Hillis.
I'm Matt Houck and been the head coach at Dexter for 4 years, and we'd like to say a few things about Darren Hillis and his ability to play college football. In 3 years now with Darren as a sophomore, junior, and senior, he's probably been as good as any athlete on our team. And in this year as a senior, we feel like he is the best athlete on our team. Right now, Darren's about 6'2" and 170, 175. And whenever we go man-to-man and have to cover a good receiver, Darren's the guy we always cover him with.
They have a 2nd and 8 from their own 22-yard line. Murphy barking out the signals. There's a snap. He goes back to pass, lets it fly. He's got Anderson out here, and he can't catch it, and it goes incomplete at the Bearcat 45-yard line.
Darren Hillis that time in single coverage on Robert Anderson, and not many teams can do that against Anderson with Anderson's speed, but Hillis, the quickest of the Bearcats.
Jason Liley at quarterback. He has Williams and McNeely behind him in the I formation. There's a snap. Liley back to pass. His protection's good. He lofts it up here for Maul, and it goes incomplete down at about the 12-yard line.
Good coverage by Darren Hillis. Hillis wants to know, and I agree with him, why there wasn't a holding call on Maul. Maul drug Hillis to the ground. That
split Miller out to the right and Maul to the left. There's a snap. Liley back to pass. Zips it towards the end zone. Incomplete. Darren Hillis got a hand on it.
Good coverage by Darren Hillis. And you know, Rob, they're going at Darren all night, and that's probably the wrong man to go to, because Darren's probably the best cover guy and probably the one defensive back in our defensive backfield who's actually a major college prospect, you know.
And there's a snap. Liley zips it out there, and it is incomplete, and Darren Hillis took it away.
Boy, Hillis with a great job of coverage that time. He got
Indians want to do. Liley brings him out. He goes straight back to pass across the middle. It's incomplete. Good defense by Darren Hillis.
Excellent defense by Darren Hillis. He was right there.
Out of an I formation. There's a snap. They fake the pitch. Murphy back to pass, looking deep down the sidelines, and it's almost intercepted by Darren Hillis.
Good job by Hillis of coverage. That's his job back there.
Out of an I formation. Murphy back to pass, throws it out to Anderson, complete. He's to the 30. He's dancing around, still on his feet at the 35, and finally ran out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
Arlen Pixley and Gavin Miller on the tackle. Darren Hillis, though, had the coverage, and I'll tell you, Darren did a pretty good job there. It was Darren and Robert Anderson, and Darren just broke down into the stance like you're supposed to, read what he was supposed to be doing.
There's a snap. He goes back to pass, looks across the middle, and incomplete, intended for Anderson at about the 50.
It looks like, Rob, that the Bearcats have decided, just the coaching staff decided to go with Darren Hillis one-on-one and Robert Anderson, and just basically say to Malden, if we'll put our best defensive back against your best receiver, and if you think you can beat us, have at it. And so far, Darren has certainly been up to the task. He's done a good job.
On the right, there's a snap. Fears back to pass. He's looking down the sideline. He's got Blackwell out there, but he overthrows him down at about the Dexter 35-yard line.
Excellent coverage there by Darren Hillis. He was on Blackwell step for step. As we said in the pregame show, Darren was going to be one-on-one on Blackwell quite a bit of the night. Did a fine job right.
Protection's good. He looks deep, and he's got Blackwell out there, but Darren Hillis, excellent coverage, and the ball is not caught. It's incomplete down at about the Bearcat 32.
Boy, I mean, Hillis had him step for step. Darren can't put any better coverage than that.
Man to the left, puts Blackwell in motion once again to the right. There's a snap. He keeps it, now goes back to pass, lets it fly deep. He's trying to get Blackwell, but it's incomplete down at about the Dexter 35-yard line.
Once again, excellent coverage by Darren Hillis. As we discussed earlier in the pregame show and early in the ball game, Rob, Darren Hillis had to have a big night on Blackwell for the Dexter defense to be able to stop the passing game, because that's who they're going to go to. Blackwell had 850 yards approximately out of the 1,000 that Hillsboro had. So
Hillsboro has it 3rd and 12 at their own 38-yard line. They split a couple of men out to the left. Fears goes back to pass. His protection's good. He lofts it deep. He's got Blackwell out there, and it's knocked away by Darren Hillis on a super defensive play.
Unbelievable play by Darren Hillis. He's down. I believe it's just going to be the win. We'll see. Great play by Hillis. You can't describe the kind of play Darren Hillis.
As far as tackling, I think he was one of our better tacklers. Good technique and explosive power, and he could hit with power, regardless of his slender size.
Now it's at the 23. Davis back to pass again. He lets it fly, and it's caught by Sean Davis again. Travis Davis, the quarterback. He goes straight back to pass. He's got good protection. He zips it to the tight end, complete. Down at about 5-yard line. Lively goes back to pass. He throws it out here to the right side. Ball catches it, but he's going to be well short of a 1st and 10 at about the 30-yard line.
Boy, and that was a good tackle by Darren Hillis there. If Darren doesn't make the tackle, he had good coverage on the pass, but if he didn't make the tackle, it's a big 1st down.
Back to their game plan. They didn't run the ball very well in the first half. There's the pass out here to Miller, and he jumps up and catches it, and he's down at the 40-yard line.
Good coverage by Darren Hillis that time. Not much he could do.
Out of the south. Rogers keeps the football, goes back to pass, flies it out, swings it out here, and it's complete. And the receiver gets all the way to the 40-yard line.
Tackle by Darren Hillis after a missed tackle by one of the Bearcat defensive backs.
It's out in front. Rogers is going to keep the ball. He's got good yardage to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 40. Pushed out at about the Bearcat 36-yard line.
Examples just in their last 2 playoff games. A guy broke loose, and Darren had to come across the field in the Hillsborough game. And instead of just making a tackle, he came down really tough with his arms and knocked the ball out of the guy's hands that rolled through the end zone. So instead of them having a touchdown, we ended up having the ball in the 20. And then
that'd be the Bearcats' ball, I believe, Rob, if it's out of the end zone. We'll see what it is.
There's no indication.
And it's a touchback in the Bearcats.
He also, last year in the playoffs, had a couple of excellent hits where I started to teach putting the nose on the football, and
Following the touchback, Hampton started their steady march towards the Dexter end zone from their own 20. Behind the strong running of Kevin Jackson.
Jackson is deep to receive in the center of the field. And Montgomery picks it up at the 10 as the ball died there. Montgomery to the left side. He's boomed down. 2 Bearcats brought him down. And among them was Darren Hillis, I believe.
The way we played, he hasn't been in position to support that well, like with the weak safety, strong safety positions in college. But there's been times when he was in position, he did support, on the run.
All the way at quarterback. There's the snap. He gives it off to Lovelace. Lovelace has got a
good job right there by
field tackle at the 43.
Darren Hillis came up.
Charles Quint is their tailback, who has scored 25 touchdowns on the season and over 1,700 yards. And he gets the carry on 1st and 10. Hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle, but is down at about the line of scrimmage as Darren Hillis, among those, to lead the charge.
Tradition, practice both in the small towns and the big cities. Let's keep it that way. Proceeding message is brought to you by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and KDVX Radio.
David Fears on it.
Darren, even recently, has run 4-5-5, with our timing procedures.
2nd down and 14. Wheeler's dropped straight back to pass. Looks over the middle, and Hillis has it at the 35 to the 30 to the 25 to the 10, the 5, touchdown. And there's Darren Hillis' speed right there, folks. He was caught back on about the 30-yard line. He just turned his speed on, and he was gone.
Billy Collins out to the left. Schlosser back to pass. Good protection. Lets it rip long. He's got a man open. He caught it at the 40. He's to the 20, the 15. Dragged from behind at about the 6-yard line by Darren Hillis. Hard man to bring down. Schlosser pitches it back to Yarber. Yarber to the 30, the 45 to the 50 to the 40. He might break it. He's to the 30 to the 25 to the 20. He dragged from behind at about that 9-yard line.
Darren Hillis with the tackle.
3rd game of the year. There's a snap. Ellett goes back to pass, lets it fly across the middle.
Intercepted! Darren Hillis!
Darren Hillis has it. He returns it to the 30, to the 40. He might break it all the way. He's to the 40, 30, 25. Out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
Big interception by Darren Hillis right there. He read that perfectly, broke in, got the interception. We have another Crothersville man down at the other end of the field, and the Bearcats will have the ball 1st and 10 on the Crothersville 18-yard line. Darren Hillis with his...
Tough break. They put Harris in motion to the left. They fake the handoff to him and give it off to Washington. Washington's on his feet. He's got a big hole of game. And Hillis drags him down from behind.
Thomas does an excellent job of faking. He takes the handoff, goes up the middle. He's loose, but I believe the Bearcats, they do bring him down at about the Bearcat 35-yard line. Darren Hillis pulls him down from behind.
That's exactly right, and a wheeler.
There's a kickoff. It's a high kick, and it's going to be taken by Darren Hillis at about the 10. He's up to the 15, the 20, the 25. He's got a good hole, a big gain. He might
He's
break
gone.
It. He's to the 45, to the 40. He's got one man to beat, and he tackles him at about the 30-yard line.
And his vertical jumps been around 29 inches.
Out of the I formation, Aaron and Arlen Pixley in the I formation. Wheeler drops straight back to pass. He lofts the ball to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown! Great pass there by Earl Wheeler, and great catch by Darren Hillis.
To the right, there's a snap. He rolls to his left. He's being rushed hard. He gets away from a tackler. Lets it.
Good job.
Lead to Hillis.
Darren Hillis
to the 10 to the 5.
Touchdown, Darren Hillis.
Darren behind him along with Mathis. There's a snap. They give the ball, or he keeps the ball and rolls to his right. He's looking to pass. He's still looking. Lets it go. And it is intercepted out at the 15-yard line.
Darren Hillis with a good defensive play there. Bobby
Miller split left, McMullen to the right. There's a snap. Wheeler goes back to pass. Now he's rolling to his left. He lets it fly towards the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, I believe. Yes, a touchdown. And it looks like it was Darren Hillis. Darren Hillis, the tight end, is the man who caught it. He reached up there and made a nice grab, and so the Bearcats score in a 4th and goal situation.
Great play on a gutsy call.
Out to the left, there's a snap, and Walker goes straight back to pass. He lets it fly along the sideline.
Intercepted Hillis.
Intercepted by Hillis at the 50. At the 45. He's to the Sykeston 40-yard line, to the 35, to the 30,
may be gone.
to the 30, 25, 10,
Out of bounds.
and he's out near the 10-yard line.
Great return by Darren Hillis.
Have it 1st and 10 on the New Madrid 45. Wheeler straight back to pass. Protection's good. He looks across the middle.
Hillis.
It's caught to Hillis. He's to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to get in for a touchdown. So Darren Hillis scores from 45 yards out. Corbett goes into shotgun formation with Rogers standing behind him. He's looking to pass, being rushed hard, lets it fly deep, and it's going to be intercepted by Hillis. Hillis has it at the 35. He gets it back to about the 33.
Darren probably played out of position all year on offense. He's actually a wide receiver, but because we had 2 other good wide receivers, and Darren's the kind of guy that'll make some sacrifices for the team, and probably because of his strength, we had to play him inside. We had to do some blocking at the tight end also.
How much time is left here in the quarter? There goes the draw party to Pixley, and he's got good yardage. He's going to get the touchdown right here. He's in for a score. Touchdown.
Evan Miller to the left, and the Pixley's behind him at the running back spots. He puts Aaron Pixley in motion to the right. They pitch it to Arlen. He tries the right side. He's got good yardage. He's still on his feet.
Darren's been excellent on our punt and kickoff returns. Early in the season, people really commented on our special teams, and I think they were commenting as much on Darren Hillis as anything. He averaged over 27 yards of return on kickoff returns and over 15 yards of return on punt returns, and he's really a threat. I think it's really a demonstration of his speed.
Dana Miller back to punt. There's a snap. It's a good one. He gets it off, and it's going to be taken by Hillis at about the Chaffee 48. He cuts it up the middle. He's got a good gain. He's to the 30, to the 25. He's going to break it all the way. He's to the 10-5. Touchdown.
No.
Darren Hillis.
No. Hillis.
Darren Hillis standing on his own 24-yard line. There's a punt. It's a good one. It drives Hillis back to about the 14-yard line. He cuts to his right. Now he's going to go the other way up the middle.
Good move. Darren's got a chance.
To the 20, to the 25, to the 30, down to the 31-yard line.
Good move by Darren Hillis.
There's the kickoff. It's a low line drive, and it's going to be fielded by, well, it goes through Hillis's legs back at the 10. He picks it up. He's to the 15,
Got a big opening.
to the 25, to the 30, to the 45,
He could be gone.
to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, to the 20. Oh! And he's hauled down from behind and falls to about the 10-yard line.
And I'll guarantee you that, I don't know who made the tackle, number 2, Pessy Elliott, I believe, and he's got to be quick, because there aren't very many kids in South Missouri as quick as Darren Hillis.
Freeman, a different man, does the kicking off. That's Freeman, and he puts his leg into it. It's a low kick that Pixley's going to field at about the 80. He has trouble finding the handle. Now he hands it off to Darren Hillis. He's going to try the right side. He's got a big hole. He's out to the 30, to the 35.
What a move!
He's to the 40, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, and brought down at about the Jackson 37.
Great turn by Darren Hillis. This was on it.
Bearcats find themselves down by a touchdown, 12-6. Here's a kickoff by Charleston. It's taken by Hillis at the 11-yard line, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, still on his feet at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and out to about the Bearcat 44-yard line.
Another excellent return by the Bearcat special team, Darren Hillis.
There's a kickoff. It's a high kick, and it's going to be taken by Darren Hillis at about the 10. He's up to the 15, the 20, the 25. He's got a good hole, a big gain. He might
He's
break
gone.
it. He's to the 45, to the 40. He's got one man to beat, and he tackles him at about the 30-yard line.
Darren Hillis with
a
it.
return.
He, as well as other receivers, I think, has done an excellent job with protecting the football after they catch it and run with it, and then when they're hit, and keep from being stripped to the ball. And I can't remember a time that Darren has fumbled the ball.
It out to about the 35-yard line.
Darren did an excellent job. Boy, they were trying to wrestle that ball away from Darren. Darren did an excellent job of holding on to it.
Made some catches where, where he was hit just as he caught the ball and was able to still hang on to it.
Aaron Pixley and Arlen behind Wheeler. Wheeler goes back to pass. He rolls to his right. He's looking. He lets it go, and Aaron Hillis catches it. He's got it about the 26-yard. And who does the punting. It's a good snap. He's got it, and he puts his leg into it, and looks as though it's going to hit at about the 30. Picked up at the 28 by Hillis. He's in trouble back at about the 25, and he's going to go down at about the 25-yard line.
Darren didn't have much of a chance that time.
On the go. This drive started back at the 15. Wheeler back to pass. He's being blitzed. He gets it off down the middle. He's got Darren Hillis open. He's got it, and he's down to about the 5-yard line.
It may even be inside the 5.
He's really made some big catches for us. The numbers, his statistics for a high school receiver are awfully good, but the times he's made catches have been critical. A big play, 2 big plays in the Sumner game, and another one in the Hillsboro game where he made a nice catch and ran for about 80 yards.
And he's out for a first down and more. He's to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for Darren Hillis.
11 minutes and 23 seconds to go. We've got 37 seconds off the clock, and both teams at it once.
And I guess the one that really sticks out is last year's Hillsboro game. In our first drive, they had stopped if we were 4th and 7 or 8 or whatever it was, and we faked the punt and threw to Darren, and I don't know how cold it was that night. The temperature's like 15 with a 20-mile-an-hour wind, and he made a nice catch and kept our drive going that allowed us to score in that first drive.
It's 4th and 9. Stevens is calling some plays. He's the blocking back, and he's setting some signals for the blocks, and it's a low snap that bounces, and on a fake, Wheeler throws. It's complete to Hillis inside the 30, still going, down inside the 25 on the fake.
And it's complete. It's a first down. Dexter Bearcat it wasn't a punt at all.
Darren's play started for 2 years now on defense as a junior and both ways as a senior, and he's never missed a down, I don't think, or probably hasn't missed a practice. In several games, we like to rest people once in a while, but we've been in a lot of big games this year, and Darren going both ways, we felt like we couldn't take him out, and he was effective the whole game and never really showed any problems with endurance. And because of his speed, he's gotten open deep, and people, in order to keep from giving up the touchdown, they've taken the pass interference call.
Barks the signals out. He goes straight back to pass, looking to pass. Now he throws it deep towards the end zone, and incomplete.
Interference.
And McMullen to the right. They put Pixley in motion to the left. Wheeler across the middle, and incomplete down at about the goal line.
Flag down, Rob. They'll have interference, and it should. Knew Arlen Pixley to stay in and block here.
Wheeler in shotgun, takes a snap. He lets it fly deep. He's got a man out there, and it's incomplete.
And we've got interference.
I was waiting for that flag, Jim.
Yeah, and then the ref on this side of the field throws it all the way. Darren Hillis had a step on his man. The man just basically tackled him.
I've worked a great deal with him, both offensively and defensively, and he's been what I'd call a very coachable kid. He's tried to do the various techniques that we teach, and he's willing to try new things, and he has good work habits overall in the weight room and other things. Yeah.
Another maybe a thing we can, a positive thing about Darren is we've had problems with backup quarterbacks the last several years, and anytime we needed another quarterback, if our starter was out of the game, we felt really comfortable going with Darren Hillis because of his ability there. As a sophomore in our junior varsity games, we played another quarterback a little bit and never had any success offensively, but all we had to do was put Darren in the game, and he made things happen right away. Even though he doesn't have a great throwing technique, he got the ball to the receivers, and his ability to run the ball really broke some things open.
Reaction to mistakes when he makes a mistake.
He's never, I don't think he's really gotten down from it, but I think probably as a junior, sometimes things bothered him a little bit, but as a senior, he didn't. He just seemed like he would come back and try a little bit harder. And I thought we had a game earlier in the year against a pretty good ball club, Jackson, and he made some mistakes early defensively and got burnt with a touchdown pass. And he met me at the locker room at halftime, was really concerned about what he was doing wrong, and came out in the second half and really played well and shut their best receiver down.
Darren was a captain this year. We had four captains, and he took that real seriously. Earlier, when he was a sophomore, there was some concern maybe that Darren wasn't outgoing enough and maybe didn't have enough self-confidence, but I think all that has changed now, especially as he's starting to mature, where he's taken on the leadership role, and he gets along very well with people. If Darren has if there's a weakness anywhere, I really think it's a few times on defense when maybe he doesn't concentrate quite like you would hope somebody would concentrate on every play of the game. And I don't know if that's because of going both ways or what, but every once in a while you can see a little lack of concentration, and then it caused him a problem a few times. But besides that, his athletic ability has allowed him to be an awfully good football player.
From the 25, Wheeler hands it off up the middle to Hillis. He might break it all the way. He's down inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line.
That play is one of those that's been in the playbook all season. They dusted it off tonight, tied in reverse.
Hillsboro 38-yard line. So a big third down play. Hillsboro has it 3rd and 12 at their own 38-yard line. They split a couple of men out to the left. Fierce goes back to pass. His protection's good. He lofts it deep. He's got Blackwell out there, and it's knocked away by Darren Hillis on a super defensive play. Wynn and Gower, the running backs, they give it to Wynn. He's got a big opener and a big gain down to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Ball. It's in the end zone, and let's see what they're going to rule.
Out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone, I believe, Jim.
And that'd be the Bearcats' ball, I believe, Rob, if it's out of the end zone. We'll see what it is.
There's no indication.
And it's a touchback, and the Bearcats will have the football 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. What a break for the Bearcats. Darren Hillis, with his 4.55 speed, caught up with the...
Aaron Pixley at tailback. Earl Wheeler at quarterback, fakes the pitch. Eye crosses, passes across the middle to Hillis. He catches it. He's out for a first down and more.
He's
to the
gone.
50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, the 5, and a touchdown for Darren Hillis.
His athletic ability has allowed him to be an awfully good football player.